The opportunity to wake up in the morning and look out over the Olympic Mountains, look over the Straits of Juan de Fuca, and just breathe in that air. That, in and of itself, I can't believe I might get teary-eyed here. Holy cow. Just a second. That, in and of itself, is one of the most incredible experiences, to just wake up and go, I can't believe I live here. And they're paying me to live here. They're paying me to go to school here. Are you kidding me?
Royal Roads, in a word, was a magical place. I remember once standing on the patio of the castle here. It was 7:30 in the morning. I was standing with a cup of coffee, gazing down across the lawns towards the lagoon. There was a hint of mist in the summer's air, and a platoon of cadets in their scarlets was marching down to the parade square with a small little contingent from the band drumming away. And I remember thinking how truly magical Royal Roads was. And it was an enormous privilege to teach here. And I used to say to my students what an enormous privilege it was to be here.
When you would see folks who were obviously starting to give way under the pressure, you move them to the center. It was like, the buffalo or the bison when they go into that circle and defend the herd. That group cohesion and the absolute necessity of understanding that the success that you were going to have was predicated upon teamwork is the most enduring experience that I brought out of Royal Roads.
My heart is there. That is the only place in this world that I have ever gone where I just feel calm. Just, oof, I'm here and it's safe. To walk down to the Japanese gardens and sit in the gazebo and just chill out for an hour, looking at the cherry blossoms, listen to the peacocks always, like, oh, here they go again, it's mating season, just in time for exams. We were lucky. We were very, very lucky people. Everybody had an investment in that place. Everybody did. Whether they worked there, as a clerk, as a cleaner, as a gardener, as a professor, as a military member. There was a culture there that just was, wow, we get to work here. We get to work here and we're lucky to work here. So how does the attachment grow? The sensual experience of living there, the people and the staff, all of whom gave their heart and soul to their jobs. Even the gardeners, they took such great pride in their work. You could smell and feel and see the effort that people put in to creating Royal Roads as a military college.
Well, I'm sure you'll find most people saying that, it teaches us integrity, honesty, how to be true to the concepts of truth, duty, valor. So truth, duty, honesty. Honesty, integrity, loyalty. It's all those concepts that you can't teach, you have to live it. And we lived it for 4 years.
It's those initial impressions against which you compare, how you saw the institution when you got to the end of 4 years, and to some degree how I have seen that as a preparation for the things I've done, in the forces after that. But the enduring memories somehow are of being tired, exhausted in some cases, of having far too much to do and not enough time to do it in. And it was obvious to any reasonable person, you can't possibly get all these things done in the amount of time that you're giving us. Okay, which, I didn't realize at the time that what you were learning was, okay, that's life. Prioritize. Not everything has the same value in its output.
So my social life was within the gang we were, and that's where the bonding comes from. Work hard, play hard. Work hard is at school, everybody does that, and play hard is both on the sports field and going downtown dressed up like the little monkey on the chain with the pillbox in bars. And in Victoria, unlike in Kingston, they're not that used to seeing cadets in bars with their, at that time I think it was called threes. It's the blue high collar with the pillbox and cape. And certainly there were some bars that everybody turned and looked at you, but others they understood who you were and where you came from.
Later on in first year and into second year, you could actually wear a blazer with, yes, we were allowed to wear blue shirts. That was quite something, not white shirts, and gray flannel trousers. So you looked very preppy, but you could walk around downtown Victoria in that. You didn't quite feel such an oddball.
But we did stand out, because then we had short hair. We wouldn't stand out today, because a lot of people have short hair. But I mean, accepting tips as a porter at the Empress Hotel because somebody thought that you were going to carry their bags because you were wearing uniform, hey, I mean, you could look at that two ways. You could either pocket the dollar that they gave you, or you could tell them you were at Royal Roads. It was probably a function of how much money you had in your pocket, which one you did.
And I'm glad to hear that refurbishments are happening, and Royal Roads has taken a great interest in the history of that college prior to it being a university, of refurbishing the quarterdeck, reminiscent of what the flooring was like to start with, doing walls of honor, putting up the flagstaff, maybe not in the same location, but bringing back the bell and making it a centerpiece. I think that's important, because when we lose history, we lose a sense of our own identity.